show get us started tonight. Just waiting for a few more people to come in. We talked about this earlier. We said, you take the first 3 minutes and I'll take the remaining time. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, FedEx delivers after 7, apparently. And I knew this. I knew that was going to happen too. I knew it was going to happen. I was like, you know what? As soon as I go live, that's what's going to happen. Oh. Hey, can you just drop it at the door, okay? Thank you. Okay, so, and I got a phone call. It's like, oh my gosh. Welcome everybody to Holistic Pet Care Right at Home. We are doing a series. You know what? I'm just going to wait. Really? Let me see what's going on in the chat. I see a message here. Who is that? Hello, Jennifer Hammond. Jennifer Hammond. She said, hello, I'm new. We love new people. Yes, ma'am. A lot of people have really been loving our senior pet chat and our focus on holistic pet care, Jennifer. So we're so happy that you're here. Are you here in the Kalamazoo area as well? Or are you somewhere else? Let us know where you're coming from and what pets you may have, if you have any. Okay, Jennifer, thank you for being here. And so, like I said, holistic pet care right at home. This is one of the things that I have found with pet owners. They want to be able to do some stuff at home. Now, they know they're not going to be able to do all the vaccinations or do surgeries, or if something comes up where you need a diagnosis, sure, yes, go to your veterinary office. But what about some of these issues that might be able to be taken care of with some of my herbs? Or what if, some of these situations could be taken care of with some chiropractic adjustments? That is what we're talking about here. That's what people want to do. They want to be able to maneuver, manipulate, and do some things at home. So that's what our series is about. But for tonight, I'll tell you what our topic is here in just a moment. Jennifer is coming in from Anoka, Minnesota, and you have a 10-year young. Let me get it right, Jennifer? You have a 10-year young Chorky. Now, who other than Jennifer knows what a Chorky is? What's that combination of pets there? I want to see. Put it in the chat if you know what a Chorky is. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, Jennifer, you also said that I was recommended. All right. This is what we talk about. A lot of our clients do come from referrals, word of mouth. And that's what we love because, what better kind of referral or recommendation can you get, right? And so, Jennifer, you said that I was recommended to you by Sweet Paws Outfitters, where you purchased some of your dog items. Well, thank you, Sweet Paws Outfitters. Where is that? Is that in Minnesota too? Look, I'm so confused. I need to know this background information. We could talk later, Jennifer, or you can put it in the chat because I certainly want to know about Sweet Paws Outfitters, what kind of stuff they have, and how they know about me. So, because I'd love to refer them right back, So, thank you, Sweet Paws. Appreciate you. Hello, Michelle D. Clark. This is one of my entrepreneurial home girls. Definitely check out Michelle Clark if you are a female entrepreneur that's looking to, live your best life. Michelle D. Clark is the one. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put the topic here in the chat. Oh, shoot. Okay. Dr. Pearson. Okay. We got an answer. And yes, it is a fellow colleague of mine. So chances are it's correct. But I didn't see anyone else put anything in the chat. So Dr. Pearson, boom. You got it. A Chorky is a Chihuahua / Yorkie. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Dr. Pearson is joining us from overseas in the Caribbean. Do I wish I were there right now? Maybe, maybe not. There was a lot of storms there for a while, and I think maybe things have calmed down a little bit. But you know, that beach is over there. Dr. Pearson works super hard though, so she's barely ever on the beach. Great to see you tonight, Dr. P. All right, so topic for tonight. Oh, and hello, Alfred Luke. Hello, Reverend Luke and Caroline Schmells. Great to see you guys. Okay. Okay, so before we get too far, I'll just read what you said, Jennifer. Sweet Paws Outfitters, they're in Battle Creek, Michigan. Okay. So they sell natural items for pets, healthy for pets, keep the clients up to date on unhealthy food and treat. Okay, we're going to have to get in touch with Sweet Paws Outfitters in Battle Creek. So any of my team watching, let's put that down as a note, okay? All right, so let's get over to our topic here tonight. It's one that I am very, very, very familiar with, and one that since COVID happened and things changed, a lot of businesses pivoted. This right here has made all the difference. And that is, bam, our virtual veterinary visits. Why do pet owners love them? When a few years ago, a lot of pet owners did not even know that this was a thing. You know, sometimes we hear that, oh, Dr. Croom, we didn't know there was mobile vets. We didn't know people would come right to our home for a veterinary visit. That's fine. A lot of people know about that now, but the virtual visits, I got to make sure that you know about these because especially in Michigan, here in Michigan, you could be anywhere in the state and I can do a virtual visit with you. Now, if you are in the Upper Peninsula, and you know, I'm down here on this part of the mitten, we're not going to be doing home visits, right? But the virtual visits are amazing. We are able to get on just like this. And then if you need a prescription, I can do that as well. It's not the same in every state though, but the virtual veterinary visits, pet owners love them and I love them too. We're going to talk about why, okay? First reason is when you do a virtual visit with me, you are going to get my 100% full attention. Look at what I'm doing right now. Look at what I'm doing right now. Okay. You see that? You see that? This is exactly what it's going to look like when you have your virtual visit with me. Now, it's not going to be exactly that because I'll usually have Vet Tech Tony, right? Vet Tech Desi, a couple more faces in there helping me to make sure we get all the information. But I'm telling you, one thing that pet parents always tell me is that sometimes going into the vet clinics, you know, before COVID and maybe even now, if some of the vet clinics are still not allowing everyone to come in, is that they weren't able to either stay with their pet or they weren't able to, you know, see everything that's going on, or maybe the pet has to go in the back and, you know, let's draw the blood. When we're doing our virtual visit and then coming to your home, we do everything right in front of you. Okay. Now you wonder, we know that pets can get stressed out and a little anxious. I tell you, we vets can get a little stressed out, a little anxious too. Can you imagine drawing blood and the owner or, you know, the family is just like right there, like, oh, you got it. You hit the vein. Okay. So that's just one of the things. I'm just letting you into a little bit of the background of some of the things that can potentially throw us vets off too. You know, we're just regular human beings as well. And so that is very true. But the virtual visits, I absolutely love them. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret here too. Okay. No, don't, if you're watching this, that means only you are going to know this. But one of the reasons I love the virtual visits too is it allows me to also be more comfortable and relaxed and just really gather all that information from you, because this is an information gathering, which is the virtual visit, right? So if I'm like, not having to be all stiff and tight and just can relax just like you, then chances are I'm going to get all the information I need to make a diagnosis and get you some meds or some herbs, whatever it is that your pet might need. Okay. So you're going to get my full attention as well as my entire team when you do a virtual visit with me. Okay. Another reason that people are loving the virtual visits here at Dr. Croom Mobile Veterinary Service is that you can get in quickly. And I can even abbreviate that even more and say, you can get in because we know that with the over 45 million pets that were gotten during COVID. So we already know that we've got millions and millions of pets here in the United States. And even prior to COVID, we had a lack of veterinarians. Like we're always trying to, like each year we get more that graduate, of course, but it's still not enough, and definitely in certain specialties. But after COVID and all those puppies and kittens that were gotten and adopted and bought, and now you need to go into the vet, there's even fewer slots. So with our virtual visits, we can do as many virtual visits as we need to in a day. We can go boom, boom, boom. You get right in, boom, boom, boom. We talk, we discuss. We send you an email that lets you know the summary of what we talked about, what you just told us, as well as your different options. Okay, so we have a combo visit here. People can go right on the website and they can get the virtual and the home visit together, right? But you can also do just the virtual, okay? And you're going to get all these benefits that we're talking about right now, okay? Let me see what's over here in the chats. Okay. Chat. Okay. Boom. Oh, excellent topic. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Michelle D. Clark. You would know a little something about great topics, wouldn't you? You're about to go live here in a couple minutes too. I'm going to finish up and make sure that I support you as well. Thank you, Michelle D. Clark. So some other reasons, some other benefits of virtual visits. Again, virtual visits, another name for that is telehealth. You're seeing a lot of telemedicine, telehealth, and granted, on the human side, they've been doing that for years. You may have had, your therapy appointment, or your kid might have had an initial appointment or something like that. Been doing it for years on the human side. So it's about time. It's high time that we animal folks catch up, right? And here at Dr. Croom Mobile Veterinary Service, we caught up with a vengeance, okay? People are finding us. They're getting in for a virtual visit, and we're at their house the same week. Now, some veterinary clinics right now, like I said, they're so backed up. It's not their fault. They'd love to get everyone in. It's not their fault. But it's just that that's how they're set up. And being that they're in a brick and mortar building, it's a little harder to change your model than someone like me who's a mobile veterinarian. I work for myself 100%. You can see the joy and love that I have for what I do. I have joy and love for every single animal that I see. Today, we had a home visit. We saw two older dogs that were very nervous. They were very nervous. That leads us into one of the reasons that, the virtual visits are great. Because for animals that are super anxious and nervous, why have them all nervous and anxious when we're just doing the fact finding, right? Why do all that? Let's be on a virtual visit. The funny thing is, though, you guys, is I swear sometimes those pets know that they're on camera, and they'll sometimes turn away. If you're on Vet Tech Tony, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the owner will be there, and they'll have the cat right here, and the cat's like they know a vet's on the other line. And so, yes, we love that our clients are really, really taking to our virtual visits like they have been. Yes. Okay. Hey, Melissa said you were definitely ahead of the curve during COVID. Absolutely. I'm telling you, I always laugh about this because I don't know how many other people did this when COVID first started, just as far as like on the business side of things. I was like, oh my goodness, the world is ending. I went into a room upstairs in the house. I was like, I'm in here, I'm like, nobody could. 3 days later, I was like, you know what? People still need my services. I need to get out here and go. Masked up, got some rules in place, got some sign, and was on it. Okay. So it didn't take me very long to pivot and to decide that those pets need me more than I won't say more than I need to not be sick, but I didn't even get. Anyway, we're not going to go there. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. So, Jennifer, you were asking about you had gotten some blood work from a vet and didn't get the analysis. Absolutely, that could be done with a virtual visit. So you could go right to the website, which you all know by now probably, but I'll pop it on the screen here for you. The website is drcroom.com. And when you go there, you can schedule yourself. All of the different appointment types are right there. They're explained really, really well. I made sure to go in and say, okay, what might they ask? Okay, question about this, question about that. Like, it's very well explained, the differences. So look for just virtual. And I will definitely help you with that analysis of the blood work and let you know what's going on with your poocher or pet or something like that. So, all right. So drcroom.com is where you can go. And back to the topic we are on tonight, which is virtual visits and why pet owners love them. We've already talked about the fact that you're going to get my 100% full attention as well as my team. We're going to be listening to every single word that you say. We know that when something is going on with your pet, you just want to tell us about it. You want to tell us about it. You want to be able to talk about it. You want to give us all the details and specifics of what's been going on. That's exactly what we do during the virtual visit. I've had numerous clients that have said, and they come to us for when their pets, when nothing's wrong too. Like they'll say, I just needed vaccinations or I need an annual checkup. We definitely do those too. And I've had some clients who have said, oh, nothing's wrong. My dog is totally healthy. Like there's nothing wrong. All I need is rabies. And I'm like, okay, that's good. And then by the time we get through that virtual visit, there's a little skin rash. Oh yeah, there is a lump over there on that left side. And he sneezes a lot at night. That's how it happens. That's why we're here, to pull those things out of you, to remind you. And that is all done virtually. Okay, you guys, and I love it. So you get my full attention. Again, there's going to be no busy clinic to be interrupting me. There's nothing, other than, okay, we saw at the beginning of this, right? Mayo, how she wanted to protect the house or whatever. That's it. That's the only interruption. Okay. You can get in quickly. If you were to go to drcroom.com right now, you would be able to get a virtual visit for tomorrow. Oh, oops, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah. You would probably be able to get in tomorrow. But Friday is a day that we go and do home visits. Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, I'm telling you, like, I can't even keep track of the days. You just have to be able to laugh at yourself sometimes, right? And that's what I'm doing right now, laughing. So tomorrow is Thursday. And so I know there's definitely some virtual visits available tomorrow. We've got some virtual visits for, just like I said, you just need regular combo visit. You need some vaccinations. We do a virtual visit. We come to your house later, right? But there's also virtual only visits that are specifically for hospice or nearing end of life. And this is one of the services that I say, if you're in the UP or no matter where you are in Michigan, I can help you. I can assist you and to show you the different things to look out for, to know that it is their time or isn't. Maybe there are some holistic things that we can do to see if we can pump them up and get their body back together. I love to do that. So the end of life hospice virtual visit is another type of visit that we do. I can see your pet just like this, okay, just like that. So the owner's like showing me different things that's going on. I also get to see the environment. That's a huge part of the virtual visit, right? And it's funny because when we do go to people's homes, a lot of times we're like, oh, don't mind this. Like, don't look at the dishes in the sink. I'm like, as long as you don't look at the dishes in my sink, we are good. This is not what we're here for. We are not judging your home. You got a dog, you got kids, you got a job, you got a senior pet that's ailing. You don't have time to fold clothes. Okay. So we are definitely a no judgment zone here at Dr. Croom Mobile Veterinary Service. Again, some of the other benefits of virtual visits is the fear-free. If you're familiar with the veterinary world, fear-free is a huge like undertaking that vets attempt to certify themselves in. Everything we do to reduce fear. And a lot of times the brick and mortar clinics, they have a fear-free certification, and they do everything, little things, to prevent them from slipping, preventing loud noises, just all kind of things. And this is right at the top of my list. My virtual visits help reduce fear. They help not bring it on at all. They don't know anything about what's going on until we get there to the house. And even today, with those two nervous pups that we saw, they were two older pups. Vet Tech Tony and I, we knocked it out the park. We got the little muzzle on them because, again, when they're fearful, the muzzle is sometimes just better for them too. Like, okay, my mouth is closed. I guess I'm not going to be nipping anybody today. Let them go ahead and finish what they're doing. And that's what we did. We did some heartworm tests today. We drew a little bit of blood, and we made it happen. So those dogs, and also to the owner was kind of like, we've never really had to use a muzzle before. And let me just say this as a little tip for all you pet owners out there. A muzzle is not a bad word. It doesn't mean your dog is bad. It doesn't mean anything other than he might be a little fearful. And we expect dogs or cats that are fearful to lash out. Totally normal. Okay, so if we see something like that, we got our little bag of muzzles. We'll find the right size. We'll get it on. We'll do what we need to do and get that muzzle off. Okay, so keep that in mind moving forward. If a vet suggests a muzzle, it's definitely not a strike against your pet. We know your pet is loving and wonderful and beautiful. And the final reason that virtual visits are amazing is that your senior pets don't have to travel far. We love senior pets around here. And even though it's not senior pet chat night, we've got to bring those senior pets in. I love those grizzled grays and those little attitudes and everything. And so our virtual visits make it super easy for senior pet owners to get everything done, talk about what needs to be talked about, and figure out an action plan for your pet so that they can live their best lives. That's our whole goal. Okay. So, all right, you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. This has been so great. Jennifer, thank you for joining me for the very first time tonight. Melissa, awesome. I think I'll probably be seeing you soon so we can get your stuff together. Michelle D. Clark, you already know. Oops, you're probably gone because it's 7:58. I know you're going live in a minute. Thank you so much for showing up here too. And yeah. And Robert. Hey there, Robert, Crazy Air Homes. I was trying to pull up on my phone and everything wasn't popping up. But how you doing, Robert? Glad to see you're back and feeling well. We'll see you tomorrow night. Yay! Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Aw, Deb just said that this all hits home and you had kind of been putting it off a little bit. I totally understand, Deb. When you have a senior pet and you're like, I don't want to talk to anybody about the possibilities that they won't be here forever. I understand. I totally understand. And Dr. Pearson, yes, we get to see pets in their natural environment. Dr. Pearson is also a mobile veterinarian and a holistic veterinarian too. I love her. And we get to observe them in their normal gait, their normal personality. All of those things are super important for what they would be doing on a normal day. You are absolutely right, Dr. Pearson. Thank you for interjecting that and adding your veterinary expertise to that. And thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place, where we talk about holistic pet care right